why I love the Foch 155. High camo rating. And people forget you're a 3-shot auto loader. So I like the far advanced position on top of the far rock, and the reason for that is you can turn and shoot tanks if they decide to come on the low pass, and you can also hit the tanks at the very top of the map. You can hit the hill campers in the spawn area, and you can't get hit by artillery. You're completely safe. This tank is not overly accurate at long range. I'd say middle range is where you'll find its best, because that's where its armor gets pretty bouncy as well. See how wide that shell went, but still registered a hit. Now, what are you thinking?
Nice shot.
And this shot here is just a thing of beauty.
Ready to fire on target.
Look how much of his tank I can see, just under the turret. Good night. So we settle back for a reload. Now I know the boys are completely safe, fighting their way up through the middle. They are engaging the tanks over by the spawn area and the Carnarvon that's camping the hill. I really wanted him lit up, but it probably was lit up. But the tank, see, this is how well the tank's radios work. The tanks that are at the top, there's a T-44 that's doing the spotting. He doesn't have an enormously fantastic radio, so he can't send me the messages of the tanks that are lit. Either that or they're out of render, which I doubted, because I killed the IS-4 in the same area. Anyway, our KV-4 is getting a bit of a hassle from this M103. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough to save him. I didn't see an SOS, but maybe that's why I didn't respond.
The enemy knows our location. Ready to fire on target.
Now you can see the M103 has a weak spot right on the very top of the turret. That's what I was aiming for. I could pen that with 293 standard ammunition easily. Instead, he decides that he'll let me shoot him underneath the KV-4, and it gets a miracle bounce. Not on that one. And our E100 finally pushes in. So I safely back up for a reload. Back to my safe space. Now Sacred has started to make his way around. He's going to go past the E100, down through the middle. And the AMX 5100 Tier 8, who doesn't have any armour from the enemy team, so I can see his point for not moving out, but with the gun that he's got and the damage and ability that he could have done, moving out with the heavies in the northern area could have saved him and made him, his team have a better game. So I save Sacred. And then someone steals me.
They've spotted us.
And that's pretty much game. The T-32 just gets his butthole torn a new one. I score a high caliber. It's a pretty decent game.
Great job,
I
man.
hit with every shot I fired, which is rare. Because the Foch, it loves 2 out of 3 usually. Best thing to do is fire one, let it re-aim. Don't keep the finger down, like let it fully re-aim. Especially if you're doing long range combats, because then you give the gun time to settle just that little bit more.